Gotham didn't scream, it vanished. No sirens, no bat signal, just silence. And that silence? It traveled. Across states, across worlds. Logan felt it first. Something was wrong. Not fear, not chaos, emptiness. He followed the void to its source. And that's where Superman and Kro stepped out of the shadows. Gotham didn't burn. It didn't scream. It simply stopped. No alarms, no screams, no signal shining in the clouds. Just a cold, unnatural silence that settled over the city like fog with teeth. Streets were frozen in time, cars abandoned mid-turn, coffee still steaming in untouched cups. The city that never slept was now breathless, and no one knew why. At first, it felt like a glitch. One missed transmission, one silent tower, but then more came in, or rather, stopped coming in. No news, no updates, no chaos. Not even a whisper from Arkham. And that place doesn't go quiet unless something worse than the Joker is roaming the halls. In the watchtower, satellites blinked out Gotham's location. Physically still there, but no activity. Superman checked once, twice. He scanned the streets from orbit. Nothing. Not death. Not life. Not even movement. Batman was gone. Not missing. Just absent. In a way that made the air colder just thinking about it. Across the world, in a smoky back alley of Madripoor, Wolverine looked up from his glass. His hand froze mid-pour. He wasn't watching the news. He wasn't on some Justice League frequency. But Logan felt something wrong. The kind of wrong that creeps under your skin and coils around your bones. It wasn't the pain he knew. It was the absence of pain. Silence, unnatural and wide. And it was coming from Gotham. He stood up slowly, knuckles cracking as if they could smell the void. He didn't grab back up, didn't call the X-Men, didn't even finish his drink. Just lit a cigar, adjusted his jacket, and started walking toward the one place that felt too quiet to be alive. Half a world away, others noticed too. Constantine tried a seance and passed out before he could finish the first chant. Zatanna opened a mirror gate and screamed before it shut itself. Flash ran toward Gotham and bounced off something that didn't exist. Whatever had taken Gotham wasn't from this world. Or worse, it was, and now it had evolved. Back in the sky, Superman stared down. He'd already flown over Gotham twice. No bodies, no blood, but also no Batman. That alone was enough to trigger Red Alert. Because Batman didn't go silent. He prepared. He anticipated. And if someone had shut him down, they weren't just after a city. Superman dropped down. Wind didn't move. Leaves didn't rustle. His boots made no sound on the cracked Gotham pavement. Like the city had lost not just its soul, but its physics. Then he heard it. One sound. Claws on concrete. Wolverine stepped out of the fog, not asking questions, not blinking. Just a low growl in his throat. You felt it too, Superman said. Logan didn't nod, didn't smile, just exhaled a thin stream of smoke. It's gone, he said. The city's here, but it ain't here. Superman scanned again with X-ray, heat vision, every sense he had. It was like looking into a painting, still cold, unmoving. Then a pulse hit him, a thump like thunder inside his chest. Logan staggered too, claws halfway out before he knew it. Something was waking up under Gotham, and it wasn't human. A flicker, not a shadow, not light. Something that moved in a way their eyes didn't like. It unfolded itself from the air, and with it came a presence that made even Superman take a step back. Deviant energy, he muttered. Which one? Logan asked, eyes narrowing. The thing stepped forward. Not a monster, not a demon, not a god, but something in between, something forgotten. Kro, warrior, warlord, outcast, and behind him something worse. Superman's fist clenched before his mind even caught up. The air around Kro shimmered like heat off asphalt, but it wasn't hot, it was cold, suffocatingly cold. The kind that makes your heartbeat sound louder in your own skull. Wolverine stood beside him, cigar ash falling in slow motion. He didn't need heat vision to know this thing wasn't here for talk. But Kro didn't strike. He looked at them both, eyes glowing with something between guilt and fury. The deviant warlord, ancient enemy of gods, just stood there and whispered, "It wasn't me." The words hit harder than any punch. Superman's jaw tightened. Wolverine's claws slid out with that metallic snick, the sound cutting through the thick silence that blanketed Gotham like a curse. "Start talking," Logan growled. "Fast." Kro raised his hand, not in surrender, but in pain. The ground cracked. For a second, the city glitched, flickering like static in an old TV. Buildings blinked, lightless windows turning on and off as if the city were trying to wake up but kept falling back into a nightmare. "Gotham's not gone," Kro said. "It's been folded." Superman stepped closer. "Folded. Think of it like paper," Kro said, his voice rasping through the silence. Someone folded Gotham into itself. Every life, every heartbeat trapped in between. Wolverine spat out his cigar. "Who the hell can do that?" Kro's eyes dimmed. Not a deviant, not a god. Something older, something that remembers what silence felt like before sound was born. The words chilled the air. Even Superman's cape barely moved. Something unseen pulsed beneath the ground, a deep, rhythmic beat, almost like a sleeping giant's breath. Kro turned his head as if listening to it. "It's waking faster than I expected." Superman's patience broke. "You said it wasn't you. Then who?" Kro's gaze met his. "The one who taught us to fear the dark before there was light. The first shadow." Logan frowned. "You mean?" Before he could finish, the sky split open like glass cracking in slow motion. A jagged streak of void tore through the clouds, swallowing sound again. Every streetlight died. Every reflection vanished. The world turned gray. Wolverine's instincts screamed before his mouth could move. Superman launched upward, ripping through the pressure wave. But the terror wasn't chasing him. It was listening to him. Every sound he made, every vibration, it turned toward it like a predator tasting blood in the water. Kro slammed his fist into the ground, sending a shockwave through the pavement. "It's feeding." "On what?" Superman shouted. "On presence." Kro roared. "On anything that exists." Wolverine dove through the broken street, claws first, dragging Superman down just as the void shrieked. A noise that wasn't sound but felt like knives inside the mind. The air imploded. The Batmobile, what was left of it, disintegrated into dust, pulled into the crack in reality. Superman's eyes flared red, heat vision burning through the dark. It didn't help. The beam bent, like light itself didn't want to go there. "This thing's eating light now." Logan snarled. "Not just light," Kro said. "It's eating reality." The pulse under Gotham sped up, boom, 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 like the heartbeat of a god under the asphalt. Kro turned toward it, armor cracking as if under invisible pressure. "It's starting the next phase. We don't have long." Superman grabbed him by the chest plate. "You know how to stop it?" Kro's lips curled. "No one stops it. You contain it." Wolverine laughed, dry and mean. "Contain what exactly?" Kro's answer was a whisper. "The silent engine." Superman froze. The name felt ancient even to him. He'd heard it once, whispered by the Guardians of OA, mentioned only in forbidden archives. A weapon from before the multiverse was fully formed. A machine that could erase a universe without fire or explosion, just quiet. It wasn't supposed to exist. Wolverine looked between them. So some cosmic freak built a mute button for worlds, and now it's stuck on repeat? Kro didn't answer. His body started to fracture, not bleeding, just breaking into shards of black glass. Superman tried to steady him, but Kro shook his head. "This isn't an attack," he rasped. "It's a reset. Someone's rewriting Gotham. Maybe more." "Who?" Superman demanded. Kro smiled a tired, broken smile. "You won't like the answer." The air behind him shimmered again, and for a brief, awful moment, the skyline changed, the city inverted. Buildings turned inside out like reflections, folding inward. For half a second, they saw them. The people of Gotham, frozen mid-breath, mid-thought, mid-life, trapped between moments. Wolverine took a step forward, claws trembling. "We're bringing M back." Superman's eyes glowed brighter. "We will." Kro shook his head. You'll try. The pulse became a roar, deep and bone-heavy. A wave of stillness ripped outward, knocking him back. Superman braced himself, slamming a fist into the ground to stay anchored. Wolverine's claws tore through the asphalt, sparks flying from dead stone. When the light returned, if you could call it light, Kro was gone. Just dust and silence. Superman scanned the city again. He's not dead. Then where? Logan began. But Superman was already looking up. In the sky, the bat signal flickered for the first time. Once. Twice. Then it spoke. Not in light. Not in sound. In thought. Help me. It wasn't Batman's voice. It was Gotham's. Logan looked at Superman, and for once, there was no sarcasm in his tone. What the hell are we fighting, bub? Superman didn't answer, because deep down he already knew. It wasn't a monster. It wasn't a god. It was something worse, something Batman found first. And whatever it was, it wanted to rewrite silence itself. The ground quaked again. The sky twisted. And from the shattered air above the Wayne Tower ruins, a shape emerged, human-like, but hollow. Its body flickered in and out, made of static and whispers. Superman stepped forward. Bruce. The figure tilted its head. Not Bruce Wayne. Not anymore. Just a voice that wasn't a voice at all. Silence saves us all, it said. Wolverine's claws glimmered in the dying light. Yeah, he growled. Let's make some noise. The next pulse hit. The world went white, and Gotham was gone. Again, the light vanished. Not faded, not dimmed. Vanished, like it had been erased from the memory of the world. Superman blinked. No sun, no stars, no gravity, just gray. A stretched-out silence that pressed into his eardrums like cotton dipped in lead. He reached out, but his hand barely moved. The space around him wasn't space. It was thick, like trying to fly through frozen breath. Wolverine's growl came through the haze, low and ragged. Where the hell are we? Superman turned to him. Not in our reality anymore. The world around them twisted like glass under pressure. Lines of a city bled in, but wrong. Gotham, but folded. Buildings looped upward and downward at the same time. Streets spiraled into themselves. Signs were written backward, then forward, then glitched midward. It was a city in a mirror, a broken one. Superman's cape floated around him, slower than it should. Even time didn't behave here. Then came the sounds. Whispers. Not voices. Just fragments, like pieces of memories echoing between concrete and cloud. Gordon, don't forget me. Why is the sky inside? Wolverine's claws slid out instinctively. I don't like ghosts. They're not ghosts, Superman muttered. They're echoes. Traces of people trapped when the fold happened. He looked around. A window shimmered nearby, and inside it, frozen in place, was a woman mid-step, mid-scream. Her eyes were open, but her soul was paused. Superman hovered toward her. As he reached out, the window recoiled, folding inward like origami and vanishing. The woman disappeared with it. Wolverine cursed under his breath. This place doesn't want us here. It's not a place, Superman said. It's a prison pretending to be a city. A pulse rolled through the ground. A deep, slow vibration that shifted the layout again. Buildings collapsed into each other like they were made of smoke, then reformed into towers of upside-down staircases. A street turned vertical, hanging over them like a bridge of bones. Then came the figures. They crawled from the alleyways, shadows wearing flesh. Featureless, skin like TV static, limbs bent in ways that screamed wrong. Wolverine cracked his neck. Finally, something I can hit. He lunged forward, claws first, tearing into the first creature. It didn't bleed. It dissolved, like smoke sucked back into the city. But two more emerged, then four, then 8. Superman flew into the swarm, fists blazing. Each punch landed with a shockwave, but the creatures didn't fall. They scattered, then pulled themselves back together. Like this world refused to lose anything. They're not trying to win, Superman said. They're trying to keep us busy. Wolverine sliced through another wave, but they kept coming. Well, they're doing a damn good job. Then the sky cracked again, not the real sky, but the thin sheet of whatever was pretending to be it. A ripple tore through the skyline, and in its wake, Batman appeared, or something wearing his shape. At first, it looked like him. The cowl, the cape, the silhouette. But as he descended through the smoke, Superman's heart dropped. This wasn't Bruce Wayne. Not anymore. His armor was fused into his skin. His eyes glowed white, not with light, but with emptiness. And the symbol on his chest wasn't a bat anymore. It was a circle, a smooth, silent void. Wolverine snarled. What the hell did they do to him? Batman spoke, but not with his mouth. His voice came from everywhere at once. From walls, from windows, from the air, inside their lungs. There is peace in silence, purpose in stillness. You came to break it. I can't allow that. Superman floated up to face him. Bruce, if there's still any part of you left, listen to me. This isn't peace. It's erasure. Batman's head tilted slightly. Erasure is mercy. I saw it. I felt it. The world without noise, without pain, without me. It was perfect. Wolverine stepped forward. You're talking like a cult leader. Snap out of it. Batman raised a hand. The city obeyed. Entire buildings turned inward, forming a wall of writhing concrete between them. Superman blasted through it, heat vision cutting clean. But the pieces reassembled. He's controlling the fold, Superman realized. He's the anchor. I didn't choose this, Batman's voice echoed. But I understood it. I adapted. And now I protect it. Superman's fists tightened. We're not leaving without you. I know, Batman said. That's why I have to stop you. The world shifted. Suddenly, they weren't standing. They were falling. Down streets that bent into tunnels, into loops. Gravity spun sideways. Wolverine grabbed onto a rusted pipe as the city wrapped around them like a ribbon. Superman grabbed Logan mid-drop. He's using the city like a weapon. No, Wolverine said. He is the city now. A shockwave surged outward. The entire skyline pulsed like a heartbeat. The whispers got louder, panicked, trapped, calling for help. Superman pushed against the fold, flying through liquid air, dodging chunks of reforming buildings. There has to be a way to break the connection. I'll find it, Wolverine shouted, digging claws into a spiraling wall. Get to him. I'll carve a path. Superman surged forward, cutting through air that fought him. Batman hovered in the distance, calm, unmoving. Bruce, I know you, Superman said as he approached. You prepare for everything, even for yourself going too far. There's always a fail-safe. There was, Batman said, but you've already triggered it. He raised his hand again. The skyline split open, and behind it, the silence engine. A massive, rotating structure. Black stone, endless rings. It turned without friction, without sound. Symbols flickered across its surface, shifting, rewriting, folding. Each pulse it gave off consumed another layer of Gotham. Wolverine saw it too, from far below. His heart stopped for a beat. That thing's not from Earth. It's not, Batman's voice confirmed. It's from before Earth, before time. Superman flew faster. Then it ends now. Batman struck first. A wave of solid darkness slammed into Superman like a tidal wave, sending him crashing through 5 twisted skyscrapers. Before he could recover, another hit, a ripple that made the world shatter like glass for a second. You can't win here, Batman said. I don't need to win, Superman muttered, bleeding at the lip. Just need to wake you up. He rocketed forward, full force, breaking the sky around him. Light exploded outward as he collided with Batman midair. The impact lit the folded city like lightning. And for a brief second, in the shockwave, the real Gotham flickered underneath. Trapped, bruised, but still there. Batman staggered. His voice glitched. Clark? Superman held him by the armor. I've got you. But then the silence engine roared, and everything went dark. Again, darkness swallowed them whole. No falling, no floating, just weightless silence. Then, a breath, not air, a pulse. The world trembled as if remembering itself. Superman opened his eyes first. The light was dim, shifting like reflections on oil. He wasn't standing on ground. He was standing on sound, a solid vibration under his boots. The silence engine loomed ahead, bigger now, its rings spinning faster, each rotation stripping more color from the world. Gotham's skyline was breaking apart, bleeding into nothing. Wolverine crawled out from the smoke, face half-cut, claws gleaming dull silver. If this thing gets any louder without making a sound, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. Superman didn't answer. He could feel it, every heartbeat, every atom bending toward stillness. Even his own powers were fading. The sun couldn't reach him here. And then he saw Batman, kneeling before the engine, hands pressed to the ground, whispering something under his breath. The voice wasn't his anymore. It was ancient, echoing wrong. "You were supposed to save them, Bruce," Superman said, "not erase them." Batman turned his head slightly. "I did save them. They'll never suffer again." Wolverine spat blood. "You keep talking like that, bub. I'll show you what real pain feels like." He charged, claws out, raw fury in every step. But the moment he swung, the world paused. His body froze mid-motion. Superman lunged to grab him, and the air fractured like glass, hurling him backward. The silence engine had synced with Batman. Every movement against it was rewritten instantly, like time itself refused to let anyone fight back. Superman stood, chest heaving, eyes glowing faint red. "You want quiet, Bruce? Fine, but not like this." He flew forward again, faster, harder, punching through the layers of folded Gotham like breaking through frozen waves. Each punch echoed in reverse, time snapping back and forth around him. He reached Batman, grabbed him by the armor, and shouted, "Listen to me." The word shattered the silence. For a second, there was real sound, real vibration. Batman's head snapped up, eyes flickering. "Clark." Superman nodded, breath shaking. "You're fighting it. I can see it." But the voice that wasn't Batman's laughed through him. "He's mine now." He offered himself willingly. Wolverine's body finally broke free, collapsing to the ground. "Over my dead body," he growled, and drove his claws straight into the base of the engine. The reaction was instant. A white-hot flash. A scream without a mouth. The ground cracked open, releasing something alive beneath, a black surge of energy that writhed like veins of shadow. Superman grabbed Batman and ripped him away from the core as the engine buckled. "Logan, get clear." Too late for clear. Wolverine yelled, pulling harder, tearing chunks of the engine apart with brute force. "You better finish this, Boy Scout, 'cause this thing's about to blow, or worse." The ring spun out of sync. The silence broke into static, sound and anti-sound colliding. Superman looked at Batman, the man, not the weapon. "You built a contingency for everything. You built one for yourself. Tell me how to stop it." Batman's lips trembled. His voice cracked through layers of interference. "Don't stop it, redirect it." "Where?" "To me." Superman froze. "You'll die." Batman smiled faintly. "Already did." Before Superman could argue, Batman slammed his hand into the core and forced the engine's energy inward. The entire folded city screamed, collapsing like a lung exhaling for the first time in centuries. Wolverine shielded his face. Superman reached out, trying to pull him back. But Bruce looked up one last time. "Tell them," he said, voice breaking. It was quiet in the end. Then he was gone. The engine detonated in pure light, and Gotham, real Gotham, came roaring back. Light returned like a flood, angry, wild, blinding. Superman hit the ground first, skidding through broken concrete, steam rising from his skin. Wolverine dropped beside him, bruised, burned, and breathing hard. Above them, the sky was back, real clouds, real sun. Gotham was no longer folded. It was whole, but it wasn't the same. Buildings stood, but scarred. Glass shimmered like it remembered being erased. Streetlights blinked like they weren't sure they should be on. The city felt shaken, like it had just woken up from a nightmare it hadn't fully escaped. And then sound. Sirens in the distance. A car horn. A baby crying somewhere far off. The world was making noise again. Gotham was alive. But Batman wasn't. Superman stood slowly, cape torn, face shadowed in grief. He turned to the place where the silence engine had stood. There was no rubble, just a faint imprint scorched into the earth, the shape of a bat, burned in black glass. Wolverine limped forward, looked down at it, then back at Clark. "You think he knew what it had cost?" he asked. Superman didn't speak right away. When he did, his voice was quieter than the silence had ever been. He always knew. The wind shifted. Something small fluttered down from the sky, a torn piece of a cape, black, frayed, carried by the wind until it landed at Superman's feet. He picked it up slowly, held it like it was made of glass. His fingers trembled. "He bought them time," Logan said. "Hell, he bought us time. Whatever that thing was, it's not done. Just sleeping." Superman nodded. "But Gotham's free. For now." They walked through the streets as people began to emerge. Confused, scared, but breathing. A woman held her son like she didn't believe he was real. A man collapsed on his knees, sobbing into the pavement. Survivors of a city that had been paused between seconds. And none of them saw what it cost. Superman floated up, high enough to see the skyline. He looked toward the east, toward the sun. Logan stayed grounded, arms crossed, watching the people like a wolf guarding a wounded pack. "They'll never know what he gave up," Superman said. "They don't need to," Wolverine replied. "But we will." From a rooftop, a quiet shimmer flickered. Superman turned sharply, saw nothing, but he felt something. A trace, a presence, a shadow that had always stood between the world and whatever came in the dark. Gone, but not forgotten. Wolverine lit a fresh cigar, the flame dancing for the first time without distortion. "You think that thing's really gone?" Superman's eyes narrowed. "No." "Then we wait." "No," Superman said, clenching his fist. "We prepare." Wolverine smiled. He'd like that. They stood in the middle of a broken city, learning how to breathe again. No cheers, no parades, just the return of sound, of reality, of time. And beneath it all, the echo of one final choice. Not a scream, not a roar, just silence, chosen, not forced. Batman didn't save Gotham with fear. Not this time. This time, he saved it with stillness. And the world just kept turning. For now.